For tax return number 4, we're gonna do Steven's tax return. I did decide not to include the top portion of the 1099 NEC because it's gonna get removed from YouTube due to personal information. So we're gonna do Steven KFO, a fictitious character. We're gonna do a fake social security number so we don't get this taken out of YouTube. Oil and gas. The NACE code is oil and gas extraction. Drilling oil and gas wells, 213111. There is no business name given. There is no employer identification number given. Excuse me. You leave. You're gonna enter the address. Again, so this doesn't get taken out, I'm just gonna put something random. In your actual tax returns, please enter the information that I put in the assignment. The accounting method is the cash method. Steven did materially participate. No, he did not have a Form 1099 filing requirement. This is $600 for contract labor. So he earned $85,000. There was taxes in the amount of $3,950 right here. It's noted. And then there was also lease operating expenses in the amount of $5,000. There was intangible drilling costs of $21,000. Working interest for oil and gas extraction is you can have either cost depletion or percentage depletion, and they're limited to 60% of 65% of taxable income before 65% of taxable income before depletion. But in this case, we're not going to do the limitation, but just keep that in mind whenever you are working in real life. So 85, in this case, we're going to use the percentage depletion, which is 15%. So you're going to take 85,000, which is the gross amount, times 15%, and the amount is $12,750. So for depletion, we're going to enter 12,750. Okay. Advertising was not noted, but if you ever do have your own business, you would have a Schedule C. You're gonna put your name, your social, the type of business that you have. Then you're gonna enter the NACE code. If you're doing business under another name, you put it here. You enter the employer identification number. You enter your address. If you had material participation, you enter yes. If you had to issue 1099s, enter yes. If you had to issue 1099s, I recommend that you always issue the 1099s. If you had a filing requirement, because there are penalties if you don't. Um, in this case, the working interest was 85,000. There was depletion of 12,750. Taxes were given 3,950. Notice that this number we calculated, so I didn't have to tell you. This is something you guys would have to calculate. So lease operating expenses 5,000 and intangible drilling costs 21,000. Those were given, and then right here you enter 26,000, which is total other expenses. You're gonna put 26,000 here. You're gonna do 12,750 plus 3,950 plus 26,000 equals 42,700. And then you're gonna do 85,000 minus 42,700. So let's just do 42,300. Okay. Whenever you guys have your own business, just pay attention to these categories. You know, there's advertising. You can also do car and truck expenses. So, car and truck expenses, you can use actual or mileage. So, mileage is, I believe, 63.5% or 63.5 cents per mile as of right now. But let me check real quick. Oh, it went up. It's 65.5 cents per mile. So if you had a vehicle, you would say when you placed it in service, how many business miles, how much you had in commuting miles, and how much you used for other. And then it'll ask you if your vehicle was available during off-duty hours. Did you or your spouse have another vehicle? And then if you have evidence to support your deduction. So remember, you can get audited, so you should always have documentation regarding mileage if you are going to be using mileage. There's commissions and fees, contract labor, depletion, depreciation, employee benefits, insurance other than health, interest. There's also legal and professional services, office expenses, pension and profit sharing plans, rent, repairs and maintenance, supplies, taxes, travel and meals. For 2022 tax year, you could deduct 100% of meals if they were from restaurants. If they were not from restaurants, you could only take 50%. Also, utilities, wages, and then other expenses related to your business. And then if you had your own, if you had business use for your home, you could also do a simplified method, or you could use um, actual costs. You do have to put the total square footage of your house, and then the percentage of square footage that you use for business purposes. So that is also something you can use whenever you are filing your own tax return. In this scenario, Steven is an analyst that works for an oil and gas company. Nothing was noted about him using his home for business purposes. If I was his tax preparer, I would have asked him about it, and also I would have asked him if he uses his internet for business purposes, his personal internet, and in that case, that would be part of the expenses for business use of your home, utilities, stuff like that. You'll take the bigger of. Also, cell phone fees. Mm, I would take just 50% of that because he uses this for personal purposes as well. There's quite a bit of things that you can deduct. So whenever you guys have your own business, just keep this in mind and make sure you keep your receipts. But regarding Stephen KFO and tax return number 4, uh, the name, the type of business it is, enter the NAICS code, the social, the business location, the address, if he materially participates, if he issues 1099s, the gross income, all the expenses associated with it. Again, we calculated this with 15% of gross income, so 85,000 times 15% is cost depletion. And that's it for Schedule C. And again, you guys are expected to use Free Tax USA for this, but I'm doing it manually so you guys can see what the end product should look like. And if you do have problems with entering the depletion in Free Tax USA, go ahead and leave it blank. I'll know. So I will take 85,000 minus 3,950 minus 26,000. But it would make me really happy if you were able to figure out how to take the depletion with Free Tax USA.